which is exciting because we haven't seen a PVT all day. So it'll be fun to get to watch a PVT, not just a PVT, but a PVT on the new map, Frigid Pass. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, man. It should be very interesting to see how PVT develops here. I kind of just want to start watching, to be honest.
Let's jump right in then, man.
All right.
Let's do it.
Thank you for agreeing with me.
Oh no, I totally agree.
I'm like, I'm so excited about this, man. I mean, sure, we saw this map already, but we haven't seen the PVT. We saw ZVZ and PVT. Oh, like the non-mirror matchups really bring out a map, I think.
Right. And not only was it just a ZVZ, it was a really quick one too.
Yeah.
So we didn't really get to see the map utilized at all. That could have been literally any map in the game, and it would have been the same outcome. So it'll be fun to watch this, and they're actually at close air positions, so we'll get to see how that can kind of affect it. You know, the best is known for using Banshees a lot, so you know that type of really close rush distance could really affect timings for when you need to get that robo out as a Protoss player. Whoa!
Huh.
What is that pylon placement from Inori? That is bizarre. If you end up playing against something like 111 and like they have siege tanks at your natural or something, they're just going to kill that pylon immediately. So I'm wondering, is he actually going to put something on the low ground, or is he just using that for like vision and still going to put his gateway on the upper ground?
Some type of Forge Fast expand? That would be really weird, but the rush distance is really long, so I guess I could see like expansion builds from both players.
Yeah, he might go Nexus first, and that would be like, you know, not the pylon that he puts his gateway at or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. It looks like Inori scouting right away, close by ground position, even though that's still a pretty freaking long way. But seeing that his opponent isn't there, going to be rotating across the map. Going to scout his opponent last, and the best is probably going to have a wall out in time. Hasn't set out an SCV of his own just yet, and anything can happen from this point. Still no gases though, so we'll have to see if he goes gasless.
Yeah, what's cool about this map's design is what Diamond was telling me in terms of all the spawns being available. And yes, this is going to be a Nexus first, but in terms of all the spawns being available, they specifically designed it so that all the spawns could be available and it would still be balanced. In that, taking a third, normally that's the problem, is that when you take a third on rotational maps, it causes problems. They made it specifically so you can take a third in either direction. You can always do it regardless of where your opponent spawns. So players should be able to take a macro, but look at that! It's a 2 barracks gasless from the best, and this is not going to be able to be scouted because the probe could not get in before the supply depot, so he can't even count SCVs right now. And this is generally considered to be a bit of a hard counter to Nexus first. So Inori, unless he plays Serrano style and has a forge and makes those cannons at the front, could end up just dying to this.
Yeah, not adding a second gateway right now either, which a lot of players sometimes do just to get earlier units out, and assimilator going down. So it's going to be scary, and the best has scouted cross positions, hasn't scouted close by air, so going to have to do that first, but then he's going to know exactly where his opponent is. And Inori has no idea what his opponent is doing, so, you know, he's got to play super safe to a certain extent and make sure he doesn't die to this, but it's going to be a serious challenge.
Wow, the best is... Oh, so he scouted cross first, and now he's going to go check close ground. Oh, that sucks, because if he saw that Nexus, man, he'd probably just immediately start moving out with his Marines instead of waiting.
That's true.
So instead he's waiting, he's playing it safe. We'll have to see, I mean, because that's the decision you usually pull SCVs and go for it, but... he doesn't know that right now. He's got to play so much safer. That probe even just kind of sitting there getting some scouting information, checking for the command center, sees no command center on the low ground. But I'm just wondering, when's the best going to move out? He still hasn't scouted. It's going to take so long for that SCV to get over there. He took the longest scouting path possible. And meanwhile, Inori has added on a second gateway after that cybernetic score. So he'll be able to pump out a couple stalkers. Will it be enough in time, though? 4 Marines on the low ground for the best. I love that he's keeping the second barracks' Marines hidden. And he actually drops the command center. So...
Interesting.
Is he not going to go attack? Like,
I feel like once he sees this Nexus, it might trigger a push from him, and he's going to see it right now. Sees it's chrono boosting, and does he go? Yes, he does. Will he pull SCVs? Adding on gas. Interesting.
Yeah, he's going to have the transition behind it, but I can't believe he's not pulling SCVs. I feel like maybe like 4 SCVs with this would just help a ridiculous amount. Okay, good. At the very least 1, so you can, actually make a bunker. The probe scouts the SCVs leaving the base. Could even get into the main if you wanted. The supply depot hasn't been lifted. No. But yeah, he's just chilling. That Marine will be able to, force that back for now. And what is Inori doing? He's making stalkers. He doesn't have chrono available, though. He does actually, could be chronoing those 2 stalkers. There we go. Double chrono on those stalkers. He only has 1 out right now with a zealot. This is going to be so hard to hold.
He needed to start kiting with the Stalker like a million years ago, but now these Marines are going to be right up in the face of Inori, and he's going to have superb micro to hold this off. Not much real estate to deal with as far as kiting his Stalkers away. We can see one getting pinned and taken out. Two more still alive, though. SCVs trying to make themselves useful, and a Zealot getting out on the field, but that's a lot of Zealots orb, and I think a lot of probes just died too, unless they ran inside the main.
They all died, and I'm actually really surprised we don't see a bunker. Like, why? I don't know why the best wouldn't make a bunker. I don't think Inori would be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, I agree.
But, you know, he did do economic damage already with 8 workers killed. He could just go ahead and go home with this, but he wants to do more damage. He's still moving up the ramp against 4 Stalkers, though. He's taking a lot of damage while being kited. I mean, if he had that bunker, he would be done by now. He'd be able to just do that, get inside the bunker, and force a kill on the Nexus. Instead, he's losing an immense number of his Marines, trying to go after that hurt Stalker in the back. He does get it, but 1 Stalker for basically like 8 Marines.
Wow, TSL and Nori holding that off. Very nice indeed. Let's go to income tab really quick. 24 to 23. Workers killed 4 to 9. So pretty even here.
Oh, right.
What's that?
I was wondering how Inori killed 4 workers, but right, it's the scouting, the SCVs that came with the attack.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, he's just going to counter right away.
I like it.
I like it too. I love it. 4 gates on the field for him. I didn't even notice that. And he's going to be able to warp in a lot of production here. 1 bunker is done. That's good for him. Also has 2 Marauders inside there. And the SCVs can just repair because there's no sentry. But will the best pull the SCVs in time?
Oh, I don't think so, man. It looks like that bunker is going to go down.
No! Okay, done.
He gets the bunker. This is a lot of Stalkers. He needs to target fire that Marauder in the back. There we go. Excellent target firing. He gets both Marauders immediately, and I don't know what the best can do about this.
I don't either.
Yeah, he just too many Stalkers. Nice surround with the SCVs, but actually that's fantastic.
Wow,
but he just doesn't have enough units behind the surround to be doing the DPS, so he's losing a lot of SCVs during this, and he calls out GG, man. That's the situation. That's what an unfortunate game for the best. Yeah. He kind of started the game with a build order win, but his scouting was so unbelievably delayed, he didn't know to send his Marines and SCVs until too late. And on top of that, for some reason, he didn't make a bunker. I feel like if he had just made a bunker, it could have forced a kill in the Nexus. I don't think those Stalkers would have been able to deny that bunker from killing the Nexus with SCVs repairing. And then the best would have been a much, much better position. Yeah. But I don't know. For some reason, he want to throw it down.
It's like the first thing you do. When you pull your Marines and SCVs, the first thing you do, just get that SCV, queue it up. It's BU. I can tell you that. Those are the hotkeys.
That's why you bring the SCVs. Like, why else, right? What do they do for you?
Yep. That's exactly right. Very intriguing play from the best. Probably... I don't know. It's weird. I'm trying to think was he saving money for something and didn't have enough money for the bunker, but like it's always going to be worth it, you know? So
yeah.
Like you can salvage it later. It's a building that can be paid. You can get money back from it. That's got to utilize that.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Or if you're not going to build the bunkers at your opponent's base, at least build them at home. So when the counterattack comes, you've got multiple bunkers ready to go. But we didn't see either of those from the best.
Do you think if he had his workers ready, could he have repaired that up?
I think so. Yeah. It was pure Stalker. He didn't have any sentries to force field. He didn't even have Zealots to get in front to start damaging the SCVs. So if he had a full surround on the bunker, the thing that's actually the weirdest part about the game. That you just hit it. That's actually the weirdest part.
Yeah.
Because it's not like he didn't scout it. His Marine saw the pylon with Stalkers warping in. So why would you leave your SCVs mining instead of just going to the bunker and repairing? And I think you're right. If he had all of his SCVs ready, he could have repaired that bunker literally endlessly, and Inori would have been forced back, and we would have been into a more of an even game, kind of moving into the mid game.
Yep, yeah, because they were pretty even in supply there. You know, another unit cycle out of the barracks, like I think he would have been fine. But ultimately, Inori going to take game number 1 in this best of 3. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. My name is Axel, joined by Orb. This is the ESV Korean Weekly, Season 3, Week 1, Day 1, Round 3, Best of 3. Game number 2 coming up between the best and Inori. Don't go anywhere.